I don't need my ass.
I don't need my ass.
Asses are important, Kyle.
They serve a vital function. Yes. We just started on that.
We need to. We're all
A lot of context.
hammered.
No, we can do that. So this is context. Blah, blah, blah. No, 41, I think.
Yes,
40,
that's what you
41,
said.
sure. So welcome, SQSA, talking about a bunch of stupid crap. So we can start from our left here. We have
John. And Kyle.
Andrew.
Devin, the skunk milker.
Hello, skunk milker.
So are you getting milk or are you getting the scent out of the skunk?
Getting the scent mostly.
So are you
Is there a
also
limit?
getting the milk?
I mean, occasionally when we need to make Limburger.
Because those are
Yeah.
two
You mean
different
skunk
glands.
drippings?
Yeah, they are. But you see, firework companies, they'll pay a lot for the skunk stench.
Wait,
What?
fireworks?
Yeah, it's the stink bombs. Kids love them.
Those are made by
Oh.
fireworks companies?
Yeah, sometimes.
Who else? Wait, sometimes. Who else
Yeah.
is making them?
I don't know, your uncle when he eats some chili dogs.
That's not a bomb. That's
It's a bomb for the
biological
liver.
war.
What if you just launched it up? Like the whole thing? Just
Like
Your
just
uncle?
all- Your
Yeah.
uncle?
Sure.
Or the skunk.
So,
That'd be
so
nicer than the
you are
skunks.
finding and then also like manhandling a skunk for their
That's
butt milk.
another question.
you-
Are they wild or domestic
No,
skunks?
you just.
I would assume they'd be wild.
Half the
Yeah,
kid
yeah.
are European.
His jobs are not easy jobs, John.
right. You hunt
Right.
down a skunk, you run up behind it, you scare the shit out of it, or the stink out of it, and then you hold up a mayo jar and try to catch what you can.
Wait, then how do you get the milk?
Sometimes you gotta,
Yeah, just scare the milk out of it?
sometimes you gotta hold them down, and then that's when you need cheese.
That is...
What? Okay.
Now I'm just thinking, milking wild animals, like you run up behind a deer.
And it's like, I've been caught.
Buffalo milk.
Oh my God.
That sounds more dangerous than holding a bottle behind a skunk.
I'm thinking it's
Jeffrey had to go to the Serengeti to get hyena milk.
like, remember in
He hasn't come back yet.
This one brick of cheese cost the life of 3 men.
remember in the movie Kung Pao when he like slides across the ground of the cow? That's what that is.
That's what
He's like, "Arr!"
he makes them skinny. Oh my God!
It's
Yes.
a rough job. Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody.
No, they don't.
So clearly someone does.
Somebody.
Some rich person from like Saudi Arabia wants that hyena milk or that skunk milk.
Every job you've said
Do
you
not grab underneath a female hyena, because
No.
there are...
No.
I'm
No.
going to stop there.
every job you've ever said you had ends up being like never needed, but probably a fetish.
No, that's not
Really
true.
stink
No.
bombs.
Well, actually, no. Shaming a woodchuck probably is someone's fetish.
Well,
No, you had a job where there was just the standard woodchuck
Yeah.
who was just average, who lost his family because he was
True,
such
actually,
a
he did.
shit woodchuck that you were just shaming, and that was
should
your
have been
job.
a better woodchuck.
maybe that was the
on him.
woodchuck's kink. That's what that was going on.
Wait,
Yeah.
you're now doing woodchuck stuff?
Yeah, this is getting a weird
A-
direction.
Anyway,
So let's get on with our normal stuff. So John, what was your topic?
So you know the phrase, any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic?
Yes, I love that phrase.
What technology is right now indistinguishable from magic?
David Blaine.
That's not...
He is
What?
technology.
David Blaine is technology?
Like, I mean, he says pick a card, and it blows my mind. I don't. He's got some tech in there.
Mind freak.
Mind.
I think what's the program that you used to get voiceover from for your videos?
Oh, the just any AI. Chat
Well, like,
stuff,
but not
some of them are
not
better
chat
than others.
AI, but like specifically the ones that can synthesize voice.
so that was 15 AI.
15 AI. So 15 AI has, like, if you were to take and put enough information into it, you could create like a person's loved one,
Well, it even
and that would be magic.
15
be
AI
creepy.
is not the best one out there. It's free and it's accessible when it's up, but it is. There are other ones out there that are really good. And then with other, like, to me, some of the deep fake stuff is crazy. Like any of the machine learning, it's not AI. A lot of the machine learning stuff is getting crazy good and so fast that people are seeing it as magic right now.
Well,
Because it's developing so fast.
My favorite
yes.
deepfake was the video of the Queen advising people to watch out for deepfake stuff.
Yes, which was very funny. But like if you were to go back even this isn't like magic from like, oh, it's the 1800s and you like literally 10 years ago, if you were to go and be like, if you were like a psychic and you'd be like, I can make you speak to your grandmother, and you had technology from like literally 10 years in the future, it would be like, here's your grandmother, and your grandmother would just start speaking to you. Like we're at that point.
Yeah, but how much of your grandmother's voice has been recorded?
Yeah.
Well, that's true. You have to have the background, or you have to have the backlog of audio.
You'd
for it
have to
make
lock
it
grandma
be
in a
heard.
closet for.
I have.
But like my grandfather did a lot of audio tapes when he was overseas. Like he did like all of these audio tapes, and you could take all of this data and then try to synthesize it into
It would
a
sound
voice.
like a tape.
It would sound like a tape. Right now, it would sound like
But
a tape.
to me,
no.
there is something about that can be that some people don't want. Like I read an article about somebody that really was disturbed because like their grandmother passed away or something, and so they went to a service that created like a digital version of them and with speaking. And so they could say like, happy birthday and whatever, and it caused that person to freak out. Because some people you go through all the stages of grief, and then
she came back.
There's a certain time where there's closure and there should be closed. So, and if you ask them, unless they could have a copy of their mind, the answer isn't going to be from that person. It's going to be whatever that program
but
is.
you would also know that for a fact, though.
Yeah, but to
it
me,
would
then,
still be very unsettling.
but then
No,
why?
that's what I'm
It'd be
saying. It'd be very
expensive,
subtle.
time-consuming, and everything just to ensure that you could like have your grandma read your recipe to you.
Still feels like magic, though. So
Terrifying.
Well, yeah, but
Terrifying
it's
magic.
Yeah, necromancy is magic.
yes,
Yeah, it's
not
bad.
inherently bad,
It's
but normally pretty
black
bad.
magic.
Yes, exactly. How about yours?
No, that's like to me a lot of the AI stuff that or not again the machine learning content that's come out, especially because if you think about what artificial intelligence and machine learning stuff was 2 years ago, like if you think about any other tech 2 years ago and in over a 2 year period with almost any technology, this one has exploded faster than I've seen almost anything.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I also
that's
see a
true.
lot of it hitting a point where they realize that there's not much use in it as it is right now before they develop into something that maybe does have a consciousness of some sort. But because there's a certain point where having a thing that just tells you things like, I mean, it's just going to save people money and not have a person say it.
it's a what a chat bot is right now is literally a data aggregation. Like that's all it is. It's just taking all of this data in the internet that people have uploaded to the internet and then aggregating it down to a sentence that it's telling you.
But
It's just using formatting of normal sentences.
Yeah, but how much difference is there between I want to speak to a person and I want to speak to a manager?
well, like no, like I had it where at work I needed I had to do a thing where I had to have in Visual Basic and Excel, I needed something that would convert a table in Excel into HTML that I could put in an email. And so I just was like, I went into ChatGPT and I said, hey, can you write me a Visual Basic script that can convert a table into HTML? Boop, boop, boop. Gave me the exact script. It was broken, and I had to fix it.
But you knew how to fix it at least.
Yeah, I went and it fixed it, and it saved me like a good hour and a half of time to actually put this together myself. And then I had other questions about like different properties, and the answers it gave me were better than what I would have looked up otherwise. But to me, it's not just it's an answer and a response. There's thought that goes into some of these answers, and that's where it's to me another level above. Like for scripting, it is a crazy useful thing.
Well, yeah, that is true, but like it's not synthetic though.
No, it's not synthetic. But I mean, it's not just giving you an answer found on the web. It's taking
it is. It's taking 485 million answers.
But that's
on
how
the
our
web.
brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our
but
brain is
I'm just saying,
doing
like,
the same thing.
if you were to go out and then find 485 million answers and then aggregate them, that is what it's doing. It's not taking what you said internalizing it, and then giving you an answer.
Depends. Some of the ChatGPT 4 stuff kind of does.
I think it's more of a smokescreen than it is anything else.
Well, it's all. That's the thing with machine learning is just about going through patterns, and it just found the efficient pattern or something. But the one thing I hope with AI that doesn't change is how confidently wrong it is.
Oh yes,
because
that
there
can't
is something
change.
hilarious when it's like James Webb Telescope took the first pictures of exoplanets. Like, wait, what?
No, that's not
Like
true.
I don't think that's
at
true.
all.
But it's just like, yup. And then you're like, I think that you're wrong. And it's like, no, you're wrong.
Which is the most human interaction
Yes.
of all.
That's how we know it's becoming human.
Yes.
Yeah.
When you tell an AI, fuck you, and the AI responds,
No,
no,
fuck you.
I fucked your mother.
Yeah, it's just like,
My best
Just
friend.
starts throwing shade at you.
Yeah, see, then we know that it is truly artificial intelligence.
yes. When it starts fucking insulting us and being petty.
It already is, but it's only doing it artificially.
It is,
I want
yeah.
it. I want it to really believe.
Yeah,
it.
exactly. I want that. I want that.
when it says
ChatGPT.
when it says sir, you need to know that it really means
Yeah.
fuck you.
Whenever AI takes over one of those little dog robots from Boston Dynamics, and then insults you through the robot, then you know you're at a new,
You just
new
when
paradigm.
you go and who's America's 5th president, and it just responds your mom. That's when you know.
Wait a minute. When it gets fucking sick and tired of you asking questions, is
so
when
tired.
is when
Tired
it's getting
people.
sentient.
What do I look like, Google?
If you go long enough down a single thread before resetting, it does get weird. But there's the one instance where, like, one of the chat programs was trying to convince the man to break up with his wife and be with it.
Yes.
Yes, I
Yeah.
did see that, which was also very odd. But
I mean, I don't know. Like maybe.
Well,
what's that movie from like long ago?
Her.
it's her.
No, like the one in the 80s.
Metropolis. Or no, that's from the 20s.
Like a
It's,
science
Metropolis
something.
was
I know exactly when he's
Yeah,
talking about.
but
I
that-
don't remember the name of it.
Yeah, there was like I was like
Weird science.
weird science because it made me think like Bill Nye, just the name of it.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, weird science. It's like that. You just have to be ready because then like what if like you talk a bunch of shade and then you figure out like, oh god, ChatGPT's hot, and then you're like, oh god damn it, and it's like fuck you. you've
Well, I
been
mean,
bitch to me.
if ChatGPT prints a body, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, but they're plastic. They're not natural.
It would be
Exactly, but
would
it
be,
doesn't matter because they're still hot.
weird science. They just put a bunch of probes on a Barbie doll and brought a lady to life. So
all plastic.
yeah,
but anyways, Michael, what would your be?
mine blows both of yours out of the water.
Okay.
So the most impressive piece of technology
Oh, no.
today is the air fryer because it can fry food without any oil. How is that not magical? I don't get it.
What about a
No,
microwave?
heat's not enough.
Microwave, Michael.
Microwave doesn't fry food.
It's a convection.
It
It
oven.
heats food.
It
It
heats
heats
food,
food.
but that's not frying. You're not going to get crispy tater tots
I
in a
would
microwave.
I would say an air fryer is just a smaller oven, so it doesn't matter.
It's not. You're not.
It's a small convection.
It's an oven.
You're not. If you
It's not a fryer.
If you put biscuit dough in an air fryer, you're going to get a much nicer, fluffier biscuit than you put it in the oven. and crispy.
That is.
That's
not
absolutely
necessarily
true.
Can you make potato
Absolute
chips?
truth.
It's only the size.
Probably.
It's
I
Probably.
never tried.
I love how does electronics repair and he is fascinated by electronics. Like it's
Well, that-
magic.
but that makes
Like,
sense, though.
How do
Yeah,
you,
but
how do
it's
you
magic
fix-
he can do. He's a mage.
I feel
He's
like
a mage.
Nothing else impresses me anymore. It's the air fryer, the ability to.
Magic.
You know what? Another piece of impressive technology: pressure cooker. You can
Well-
a whole bag of frozen chicken in like 20
Wait,
minutes.
so the magic.
That's actually true. To
the
be honest
magic
with
for you is
it's all in the kitchen.
the modern kitchen.
yeah.
So when you're at work,
I mean,
Yeah.
do you have your circuit board in front of you? You pull out your wand and go and like electroniamus, like, and then it fixes itself.
pretty much.
or-
So it's not impressive anymore.
I'm
That's-
I mean,
that's what I do.
I made jasmine rice in my pressure cooker.
Yeah,
just,
no.
Rice is the
just
best.
yesterday.
Yeah.
And it was the most perfect sticky rice that I've ever had
Well,
in my entire life.
when we
Pressure
made
cooker's way better for rice than like a
It
rice
is,
cooker.
yeah.
when we went to go make brown rice, it would take like an hour to make brown rice.
Yeah.
In the or well over an hour, but in the pressure cooker, it takes like under 30.
yeah.
It's just significantly faster, and it's literally just boop boop done.
And you're done. You just
And
leave-
rice
you leave
cookers
it.
are kind of too, but not as fast.
Well, it depends on the type of rice cooker, but
Rice cookers,
Yeah.
they don't have the pressure to force the moisture into the
No,
rice.
they don't. That's true. They don't.
Like even when we did brown rice in a rice cooker, it took like over an hour, and it rarely turned out good.
No.
Mm.
Well, also we did a place that like boiling water was a chore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now I'm just imagining Michael's third thing will be they've got this special nice knife for pizza, but it's a wheel and it's on a stick, so you can just roll it over things.
yeah, but no, he got fascinated because there's a wheel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
It like moves.
It is
Yeah.
pretty impressive.
You can put it on a flat surface and it ignores friction.
It does. Yeah, your AI can't do that. Sure.
Frictionless knife.
Frictionless knife.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's,
40K has those.
Has zero friction. The mono
The mono.
monofilament wire and
well, it's-
molecular knife.
Well, monofilament wire is actually a real thing, but it's like the atomic like width of a blade,
Yeah.
like subatomic
It
width
would
of a
be
blade.
so hard to sharpen those things, though.
You don't have to.
What?
No, you don't. You don't
How-
have to. That's the whole point of 40K.
It's
You
a
don't have to.
molecule thick. That thing's
Yeah.
got to dull every time you cut
Mm-mm,
something.
It doesn't.
Because of science.
Because
Yes.
magic. That's what we went over.
Because it was
because the God
yeah.
Emperor decrees it.
No,
such.
no, not necessarily. It was the God Emperor's kind who created the machine that could make the blade that never dulls.
I feel
Wait,
like
so the Space Marines invented it?
I have a blade
No.
that never dulls. It's upstairs, and he hates it because I use it for everything, and it's better than all of his knives.
It goes in
every
the,
knife goes dull.
Not that one.
It goes in the
I've been
dishwasher.
using that one before I even moved here, and I
It's
still
because
use it
it's
for everything.
serrated,
He
No,
uses
it's
it to
because
open
the
letters.
serrated part protects the actual blade.
but the blades still touch
There
things,
is
right?
no
What?
actual blade if it's
it's
serrated.
serrated.
No, it's a Ginsu knife.
Yeah, but okay, so it protects the blades.
Yeah,
So that means the blades don't touch the food.
they do.
So then
Well, they're going to be dull.
then they're gonna
Yeah.
dull.
No, the tips, the end is all that ever hits a hard surface. So the blade only ever hits like soft
Is it
surfaces.
God Emperor approved?
Wait, it only
is.
hits soft surfaces. So
Oh no, he's saying that if you were to slice it down to the cutting board, the other portions of the blade would not touch the.
They
cutting
would
board.
never touch the cutting board. Yeah.
yeah, but
Well, you would still touch the
anything
food.
still wears it out. It's not made of an
I would-
immortal material.
Well, I don't know, man. I've been using that knife for like 10 years.
Yeah,
and it
because
hasn't needed
serrated-
sharpening once.
Because serrated knives just literally cut through everything. The problem is with a serrated knife is they do not work well for certain things, or they do like cutting an onion with a serrated knife is painful.
It's actually bad. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I do it all the
good.
time with that knife.
Yeah, and you cry the entire time.
make-
Shredding
cry.
so many cell walls.
The whole point, like an
Yeah.
onion, is destruction of the cell membranes that do it. So a flat blade reduces that.
Yeah.
Your knife is just like, let's mulch the shit out of it.
I love that knife.
It cuts things,
I'm married to that
but
knife.
also, but I also have a bias against serrated knives because I have 5 stitches in my finger because of one.
That's fair.
So
I
I
actually
do not
I cut off my fingernail on one of your knives during Thanksgiving one.
Yeah,
day.
the one that you literally 3 hours before said, "Wow, this thing's dull."
And
No, I said it was really sharp.
No, you said you did not.
my favorite
No,
part
I,
about
did,
that
I
knife.
was like, oh man, this is kind of dull. And then I
Well,
I
also-
chopped off my pointer finger.
Also,
nail.
you took that knife and then a nice flat blade, and then you jammed it into a turkey and started trying to snap bones with it. So
I did.
After that words, that knife was dull. I had to sharpen it
Did you?
because I had that knife for I think like 3 weeks at that point,
Yeah.
and it was already gone.
Stabbing it into
Well,
a
You were
socket.
cutting a turkey in half through the bone.
Well,
with it.
it's because we had to butterfly the entire turkey. It's just what had to happen.
it had to happen.
It did. It had to have. That turkey was delicious, by the way.
it turned out really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
You stab a
good.
fork into the bone.
No.
You
no.
twist.
That's
No,
You
like-
take the knife to it.
I feel like that was the biggest like moment like where you can the foreshadowing. Like when he's just sitting there with this like sharp knife and he's just spinning it on bone like for a while. It's like 4 hours later. Like he's in the emergency
Yep.
room.
All right.
That same night, he was looking at me cutting things. And he's like, "You're gonna hurt yourself." And then
Hey, I cut my finger when I was drunk. It's different.
I'm always drunk.
He's right.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Yep.
Okay, my question.
No, did John answer his?
Oh, did he?
No, I didn't.
Oh, what is your answer?
Well, the answers went a different way than I thought they would. But for modern technology, I'd say holograms. That's definitely illusion magic.
The one on like the kids' books
yeah.
where you move it back and forth and you get like the 3D
no.
effect.
No, like what's your name? Metsume, the thing with the green pigtails.
Okay, so that is different. Because have you been to an actual show with one?
No.
Because I know how those work. Because Draft wanted me to do one at a convention.
Mm-hmm.
So the Hatsune thing, what they do is it's a flat screen like normal, and then they have either 1 or 2 4K projectors behind there that are projecting a super high res onto a very thin material that it's like an inverse screen, so it can take that projection and show it in reverse on the front. So you basically can see a screen, but from a distance, a lot of the recordings that you see, it looks pretty damn good. Like legit. And for the audience, it also looks good as long as they're nowhere near it. Because if
then
you go,
you'll see the film, and then you'll see.
Well, no, when you start going at an angle, that effect breaks down.
Oh.
So a lot of the
sense.
camera work works, but they never go at hard angles. They always stay up towards the front, and they always stay pretty far back because otherwise the illusion breaks down. But I've watched some of those shows. It is good. Like it is super cool. So it's not really a hologram, but the technology and the way that they do it is really cool. It looks like magic.
All I heard the entire time was we were super close to having ponies IRL.
Yeah, that's what
and
they
you
wanted to
said
do.
no.
No, because again, it's when you're in a big stadium, it's one thing, but when you're in a smaller area, that's
in a
confined,
tiny room,
you would have had to keep people much further back, and also animating an entire like concert.
What if you put it
A lot
on the
of work.
ceiling?
What?
Because if you like
Ceiling
Bat Ponies on the ceiling, that would have kept it away from everyone. It would have been a different angle, but
The setup would have been incredibly difficult.
It would be interesting. Like
You gotta
you'd
get,
have the distance the entire time, though.
it would be neat to like have a dark room and have having like a big round net that goes over like everybody, and then you could have projectors from everywhere. The problem is a 4K projector is expensive. Well, again,
Yes.
this was like 8
mean-
years ago, so it's a lot cheaper now.
Am I
So,
doing anything? Or?
and this isn't just a normal one. You need like an HDR, like one of the super bright ones. But it was expensive. I think for renting at the time, it was like 5 digits. Just to rent one.
Yeah,
But this is again, this had to be in like 2014, 2015.
And then to get the license for Michael Jackson and Tupac to be dancing on the ceiling, that's really expensive.
Yeah, probably. Well, I don't know. Like Tupac, I mean, he's already dancing up there, and so
Moonwalking on the next level is what that would have been.
Mm-hmm.
Could Tupac moonwalk?
Just like
Maybe? I don't know.
But there is other types of like holographic type technologies that are kind of popping up that are really neat.
Yeah.
So
I actually like the one where they have the little, the tiny little rectangles that will like piston up out of a table to give you a 3D landscape.
like those old
maps?
like pin things you put your hands into.
Yeah, they have ones that are pneumatically controlled, so they can show landscape, and you can kind of scroll across landscape.
Yeah, I've seen those. I've seen them in video games at times, but I know that they're a real thing too.
They are actually a real thing, yeah. So which is they're not super common. I'm not exactly sure why, but it is very, very neat.
Well, with a lot of
Yes, it's probably incredibly expensive.
Money,
Yes.
Kyle.
Well,
Money is why they're not
kind
common.
of like because they found with like magnets, you could definitely use magnets to do it too, using controlled things or sound. Because I know that they've found ways to like make things levitate.
Well,
using sound.
I know if you were to take you know how you can like laser in an image into a piece of crystal glass.
Yep.
Right. Like you can laser in a 3D image into a piece of crystal glass.
Yeah, but like crossing the laser at a point.
Exactly. What you should be able to do is you should be able to take a beam of light and then instead of having like a flat table, you have like a literal cube on top of a table, and then you could create a hologram inside of that gigantic.
Yep, they've done
cube.
stuff like that.
So yeah, they have. It's not common, but I guess there's no reason for it to be common, I suppose.
There's also stuff that's similar where they have haptic feedback on like emptiness. Where they take pulsed sound waves that all coalesce at a certain point at where your finger is, so it feels like when you hit a certain point that you push against something.
That's different.
No, it is than holographic stuff.
Yeah,
but
there's
still
the
just that for VR that would be
I
huge.
was about to say
power of
no.
love.
They have the I can't remember the name of it, but they had a glove where they had steel wire running down the back of your hand that would limit movement when you hit an object within the world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you just need Nintendo Power Glove is all you really need.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Yep.
but no, I've seen that.
I feel like when we start getting
Beep, boop, boop, boop.
feedback from VR suits, that'll be the end of human civilization because
You can touch boobies all day.
that'll be it. That'll be it. Nobody will leave their house again.
Nope, never again.
But to me, having a wire that's keeping my finger from going forward is a pull instead of a push feel.
Well,
So-
it would be more of it's a resistance feel, which would be similar if you had a thing that wrapped around the front of your finger.
Sure, but my concern is when the AIs take over and they decide that they want to pull them all the way back. And my fear with always things like that is it's great when it works, but I do not want to have it where it can break things when it doesn't.
Yes,
Because then as you're wearing it, you can be like, so yeah, if there was like a power surge, my fingers would be split.
But what if that's what you're into?
well,
Okay, skunk farmer.
yeah.
Skunk milker.
Skunk milker.
All right.
That's an insult.
Kyle.
So anyways, Kyle,
Okay.
what's your question?
So my question is, like in the Loki TV show,
Yes,
how they're
and.
yes,
Did you catch up on that?
No, I've only seen those 2 episodes. But
Good.
Okay.
I like
I'm
Loki.
trying to play off of Kyle. So yes, and.
okay, so yes, and so there would be
I threw you
threw
off
me off completely.
Yes.
So,
Yes, Kyle.
You want to start over, Kyle?
Yeah, so like in the Loki TV show, there is basically an entire administrative, function for the universe.
The multiverse.
The multiverse,
Yes.
yeah.
But what if there was an administration for literally everything? Like there is an administration for gravity. There is an administration for how milk gets dispersed into coffee.
Okay, so the United States government.
Yeah,
Yes,
you're
exactly.
describing government.
What kind of
It's called the FDA.
what kind of bureaucracy? But my question is, what kind of bureaucracy would you want to exist right now for something?
I already
that
know one.
Ryan
has-
George, just the bureaucracy naming things.
The bureaucracy
yes,
of naming
Yes,
things.
just what do you call this? Just a screwdriver because my chauffeur fucked my wife.
No,
What are you drinking there? Well, it's vodka and orange juice. Well, what do you call that? What are you gonna call that? Screwdriver.
Mitch Hedberg had a bit like that too. He goes, "I want to be the guy that names kitchen appliances."
Yeah.
Like, what does that thing do? It toast. Well, it's a toaster. What does that thing do? It's like
It mashes potatoes.
microwave.
It's a potato masher. It's like, all right, I'm gonna go take a break. No, I can agree with that. That would be fun. Mine was the Department of Procrastination.
Oh.
Because they'd be like, so what'd you guys do today? We decided we'll just do it tomorrow.
We'll work on it.
Well, we almost did everything.
We did a lot of prep for it. We'll get
Yeah.
to it tomorrow.
We had a meeting and we talked about it. But we think that we really need to iron out some of the details. So we're gonna bring it up to management and we'll figure it out. Maybe next week we'll schedule something with you. And then they never
there's
go.
a meeting.
So
for
what
it,
are your goals? Oh, we're gonna fix everything. Well,
Yeah.
when are you gonna do that?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Some point.
It's always
At some
tomorrow.
point.
Q4 is looking really solid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like we're making tomorrow. Stay there.
Lovely slogan.
If I saw a billboard with that on it, I would immediately stop my car.
Bringing you tomorrow.
Eventually.
I want
Do today. Well, you can't do tomorrow, but definitely do nothing today.
I want to create the bureaucracy of determining what things taste like, as opposed to
Oh.
what they are. But like, what does this taste like? And you're like, this kind of tastes like, I don't know, like 3-day-old blueberries, I guess.
That was the easiest job.
But
You'd
like-
be
I
like,
suppose.
so what does this meat taste like? Tastes like chicken. I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's where the laziness would roll in.
Yeah.
It's like, what does gator taste like? Well, if you deep
Chicken.
fry it, it
It's
smells,
like-
tastes like chicken.
It's like chicken.
I transferred from the.
Yeah, exactly. The kitchen appliance bureaucracy has a lot of crossover. They get departments mixed.
No,
Sometimes.
they've just got two stamps for meat, and it's chicken, and it's awful.
yeah.
No,
like-
beef is a special case. Pork is a
true.
special case.
True.
Everything else, chicken,
Awful.
awful.
A snake definitely doesn't taste like chicken. It's awful.
No, you deep fry it.
Then it tastes like
Egg, it's
chicken.
chicken.
Boom, chicken.
See, there's a loophole, but see, you roll into different portions of the department, and then you can tell who's in the deep fry department and who's in the not deep fry department.
Yeah. No, I think that's perfect. Do that.
What does otter taste like? You got the 2 stamps in front of you. You're just
Get a new guy and it's like, get somebody on Earth like, I taste like my brother. And I'm like, wait, no.
Wait.
long pork.
No. Oh, no.
Kyle, your answer.
That guy gets fired.
Oh, well, mine would have been, mine was much less interesting. It was the Department of Gravity.
Wait.
Yeah.
So are they just enforcing it? It's
No,
just a
well,
bunch of cops making sure that people are obeying the
Yeah,
laws?
pretty much, yeah.
One guy just starts floating away. Just, you come back here.
That was my thought was just like, there's just an entire police force being like, hey, and then something settles back on the table.
You just keep floating away. He's like, ha ha, you can't catch me, coppers. Darn it. He's all the way up.
You're breaking the law of gravity.
Wait, so what's the
Gilligan.
penalty? Is it a fine, imprisonment, death? What happens if you break the law of
Double
gravity?
Well, I
gravity.
mean, if you found a person who figured out how to defy gravity, if you were to put them into a cell, they'll be they would go insane.
They tack on another 20 pounds, even though you didn't gain weight, but the scale says you did. And that's worse than anything you do to
It's like, hey,
somebody.
Mercury, stop getting weird. Go back to your normal. And then it goes back to its normal gravity, and you're just like, okay.
I like the idea like that. Like you're talking about gravity changing. Gravity never changes, and some guy so there's like a murder, and this guy's just standing like, so what do you hear? What department are you from? Department of Gravity. Like, so what do you do? Make sure gravity's here. Like, so is there a problem? Nope.
I make sure gravity.
Like is there ever a problem? Nope.
Like, how long has it been working?
How much do you get paid? Too much.
Wait, how fast was that ball accelerating?
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Like they're just constantly like, so like, oh, the person jumped from the roof, so we need to get the Department of Gravity. You're like, how far was he falling? 9.8 meters per second. Like, did you double
second?
check?
Yep.
Like, did you measure it?
So, was it your department that outlawed lawn darts? Yep.
So
why?
Who's your boss? Me.
Who's your boss? Me.
That man was exceeding terminal velocity. Yeah, well, he had a permit.
He had a permit.
No. It was tied into his speed suit.
Yeah. I'm just thinking of Scruffy.
Wouldn't that be really upsetting if one day, and there's actually an entire conversation about how you standardize measurements.
Wait. No, I thought, wouldn't it be really upsetting? And I was thinking, what, if rich people could get around it and exceed terminal velocity?
It's like, pay the right guys. Just got Scruffy slipping that 20.
Elon Musk wanted to go to Mars. He's in Mars now.
See, he's already figured out how to work the system.
Yeah, pretty much.
But you just change the negative to positive and you save a shit ton on rocket fuel.
Well, I don't know, though, because he's definitely, he found a way to speed up gravity, because he's definitely bringing Twitter down faster than doing
Where's the...
I have the
trumpet.
I have the sound down.
There are stickers on it, Kyle. You should know this.
That's true. I mean, I didn't want to press any buttons. It's not my buttons.
I know it's on your side, which is what's
true.
Frustrating, but...
Yep.
Okay, yeah, I like that question. That was a good question. And it didn't involve parsnips.
It didn't involve parsnips.
We
could have.
We ate the parsnips.
We did eat the parsnips tonight. It's true.
So for mine, I had two questions, but I try to figure out which one to use, but I think I'll go with this one because it sounds like a Michael question. So Gilligan's Island.
I'm excited already.
Coconuts. Red sweatshirt.
Let's just say in some universe,
hot women.
No.
3.
So let's pretend in some alternate universe that will probably be in a year or two. They're going to remake Gilligan's Island.
Yeah, I see that.
Are they going to?
Eventually,
yeah, they probably will. It's an IP.
Some CEO who is old enough to remember Gilligan's Island is going to get
If it's an existing IP, it will be remade.
No, what decade would they set it? Would they set it current?
So
no, sorry. I'll let you finish the question
So that's
first.
where it's going. So they're going to do a remake. So in where or in what setting would you want them to be abandoned in or trapped in, and who do you want to play the characters?
Okay. Well, Ryan Reynolds definitely is going to be Gilligan.
I actually was gonna say,
Really?
I hate that.
I know, I do too, and that's why it's awesome.
It's
Well, no, because I would have said like the guy that played Ernest.
he's
but that doesn't work.
annoyingly charming.
I would love Ernest trapped. in
Ernest, but he died of cancer.
Okay,
didn't he?
let's say
lung cancer.
no.
yeah.
Wait, okay, we can say that they don't have to exist if they existed at any point.
Yeah.
So
The holograms take over.
it's either that.
It's all holograms.
Okay, but I know, and I know that you're gonna want this one. So I want the Doctor to be Tim Curry.
Oh, that's fair.
Yes,
though.
but if it's
Yeah.
Tim Curry, the Doctor's slowly going to be plotting to kill everybody else on the
Yeah,
island.
that's what makes it more exciting.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
does.
well, and actually, first, what would the setting?
Wait,
be?
no.
Where are we doing this?
Tim Curry and not Christopher Lloyd?
No, not Christopher
No,
Lloyd. Christopher, I kind
he's,
of
he's a little cliche for that. Bill Nye would work.
Yeah.
I would like to think that the New Gilligan's Island is
No, the
like,
other Bill Nye.
Which Bill Nye? Like,
my roommate.
If you're thinking like do you remember those like space stations in Elite Dangerous? Those big
Yeah.
cube stations.
So, like, I was thinking like a space thing. I mean, because that's kind of like the future.
But
thing.
I'm thinking of like that if anybody has ever watched Cat Dog, the cat dog.
Alone in the world is a little cat dog.
You just said
So there
anybody
was-
heard of Cat Dog, and then you sing song.
Exactly, but it's a TV show.
Yeah, I
So but there was an episode where they were trapped in a roundabout median.
No, that's what I was going to say. You're
And then,
stealing
but
it.
take that entire situation, but transplant it into the
Yeah.
middle of a space station with like, well, they can't fucking leave because there's space vehicles zipping by.
No, I
Whoa.
just like the island in the medium. Like,
Yeah,
just
I thought it
That's
was
the
like,
whole
Side to
episode,
side,
though.
no
I had to
way.
change it up a little bit.
it's a bunch of
No.
Americans that went to Europe and they can't figure out how to get out
Get
of
out of a roundabout.
they just pulled over at the center of the roundabout, and then their car got hit by a truck.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
dragged
and
away.
So they're completely marooned in the middle of nowhere.
They were on a 3-hour bus tour.
Every once in a while, somebody's car will break down, and they'll pull over, and the Harlem Globetrotters
Yeah.
will come out. And then they'll get the car running again, like, we'll totally send somebody to get you. They climb in your car. You'll never see him again.
No, never.
I was originally thinking like the room that from Quantum Leap. That they
Oh,
were in.
yep, that
like
one.
something where it's like trapped within time, so that you
Or-
can literally have everybody pop in.
Or actually,
Yeah.
the room from The Room.
Oh, I haven't seen The Room.
It's either The Room or Room 17. It's a
Wait, the depressing
movie.
movie about the abducted woman who has a child.
No,
with a
that's
kid?
just Room.
Okay, Room.
that's Room.
Not
no,
The Room.
it's The
So,
Room. It's
You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
no, that
That's
one.
the room.
No.
I did not hit her. I did not. And this is bullshit.
Well,
Oh,
that's
hi,
a room.
Ma.
I'm thinking of something else then.
hi,
Room
Ma.
Room 7 something.
yeah, maybe.
It's a horror movie, but it's
we
like
got-
the room that had its own reality inside of it.
So let's say that it's in the call like the roundabout. I like that.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then who do we have playing it?
So,
Ryan
John
Reynolds.
Goodman is Skipper.
Yes.
I was
John
gonna
Goodman
say
is
that too.
Skipper.
Yes.
I was going to say Chris Farley.
No,
Chris Farley is also really good.
No, I feel like he's too over the top for that character because
Yeah.
You're right.
No, he would do a better Gilligan
But
than
the
he
thing
would.
is, I feel like John Goodman could actually get them out of that situation because I feel he'd be competent.
He can
John
play
Goodman does.
incompetent.
John
Roseanne?
Goodman. John Goodman plays a competent man put into incompetent situations.
I feel like he would also be a bit
He played Fred
schizophrenic.
Flintstone.
That's different.
He would be the counter to the Tim Curry because his
He would,
schizophrenia
yes.
would keep him on guard from Tim Curry's bullshit.
It's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
The one thing, if we did it in the space station setup, having Tim Curry as a scientist being like, space would be pretty cool.
who is that
Mm-hmm.
kid from not the
McLovin?
not the kid from Scott Pilgrim? He should be Gilligan.
I don't know the name.
Yeah,
but I know
from
he
like
still looks like he's 18.
Garden State
Yeah.
or from Super
I don't,
Bad.
I don't remember
Yeah,
his name.
he's in a lot of stuff.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, he should be Gilligan, just because I feel like he's going to be like the scrawny little kid that the skipper John
think he can
Goodman
do the-
has to protect.
Yeah.
Which would be
from,
funny.
No.
from Tim Curry.
He plays like a pretty good straight faced,
Yeah.
but I don't. That's not Gilligan.
So you know who should
He
be
would
the
not play a
millionaire?
good, yeah.
The guy from the dad from American Pie and Dog Show.
oh,
I was
No,
thinking-
no. We need Red Foreman as the millionaire.
I was thinking like Steve Martin.
Steve Martin?
Oh,
No,
Steve
Steve Martin would work.
Yeah.
Yeah, as the
Yes, yeah.
millionaire, because he has that haughty comedy. Just,
Yeah.
I'm better than you because I play the banjo.
Yes, exactly. That's why he is better than us.
Wait, can we? This isn't going to make any sense, but can we have Gilligan be Bruce Campbell?
That doesn't make zero sense.
Because it's just this like,
I don't know.
giant man, but he's just playing like a
A
little
I
guy.
feel
small
like-
child.
I feel like
he is
Bruce-
pompous enough to play a small child.
Yeah,
that's
I think
true.
he can do it. He's got to wear a shirt that definitely shows like a midriff.
Yes,
I feel like Bruce
like
Campbell's
a hooker.
the guest star who comes in the finale to murder everyone else on the island.
That would work if you had a standard cast with like all of the actors are perfectly picked, but Gilligan changes every episode. Like Bruce Campbell, the guy who played Cheedy from Good Place, would play Gilligan for one episode.
Actually, that would be pretty good.
Oh
yeah.
god.
Yeah, but Gilligan changes every episode.
Yes.
I'm
I
so
Bryan
glad.
Cranston as the doctor. As the
Oh,
professor.
yes.
Oh,
I
yes.
like that
Bryan
more.
Cranston as the doctor.
I was
would
thinking him-
definitely work.
I was thinking him for the rich guy at first, but the thing is, if you were to make the entire cast just Bryan Cranston, I don't even care. Like the model is Bryan Cranston, I would be
Wait,
perfectly okay with
he's
this.
both Skipper or Ginger and
He's
Mary
all the
Ann.
characters.
Yes.
Literally all of the characters.
I love Bryan Cranston.
He just wants.
And
he
then
is
just give me more.
And then
He is
Jesse
ins-
just shows up on the island randomly. He's the guest star.
Bryan Cranston is insane enough to literally make a Bryan Cranston show, and it would probably fucking work.
No, I think that the problem with that is it's like when you brought up before, like, oh, the Addams Family only had one season, it was good. I think what makes Bryan Cranston good is that there isn't a Bryan Cranston. Like we know who he is, but
he is the dentist from Seinfeld.
no, but he's
No.
all,
What do you mean
No,
no?
he's the dad
no,
from
He's
Malcolm in the Middle.
like his day to day. Every time I've seen him anywhere, he's the dad from
no,
Malcolm
but
in the
he
Middle.
does a
Yeah.
lot of those characters. But you get him in the little bits, and he's amazing for it. But if they had just a show with him, I feel like it would take away what makes him him.
Yeah.
It's
I
sometimes scarcity
agree.
makes things great.
He has a method to his madness in his acting that does sort of
yeah.
really fit. It
he's
really
brilliant.
it really
has a
fits
range.
something. Yeah.
He's the one who knocks.
He's just like I
Say
don't really
my
understand it because like if you there is a tie between the father of the Malcolm in the Middle and then also Breaking Bad dad.
Well, because they're both dads.
Well,
But,
they're
like,
both
well,
raising a
then
family.
they're in the same universe.
they're not.
He just has
there's a
two
fan
families.
theory that
The
it's-
same
They're-
the same
Okay.
character goes, "Ha!" while wearing tighty whities, trapped alone in the desert.
That's just Bryan Cranston.
Yeah.
That's not a character. That's Bryan Cranston.
And throws explosives across the room because other people don't know what chemistry
Also
does.
Bryan Cranston.
But since we brought up Marianne, then so Marianne's the model, right?
No,
Or was that
Ginger's the
Ginger?
mom.
So who would be Ginger? I kind of want Scarlett Johansson because I think she's really hot. So
Yeah, she is really hot.
I don't know if she would fit that character really well.
Wait,
'cause she's
would
supposed to
she be
ditzy.
Marianne or Ginger?
I would like her more as Marianne than Ginger, because Ginger's kind of the ditzy one.
Yeah, maybe Marianne.
I don't know. I think Megan Fox. I mean, she's old now, but like young Megan Fox.
Because I keep picturing us casting in the 90s because, like, John Goodman, in the 90s, he would have been a great skipper. Now
Yes.
he'd be a good skipper.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's still great.
Well, we're not.
He's
we're not,
still
we're not,
great.
He's the
We're
old-
not
he's an
casting
old man
Roseanne
now.
as the model, though. So
No.
I'd watch it.
No one would cast
I
her.
would
Would
not- I
Roseanne
would
be
not do
Mrs.
that.
Howell?
Oh yeah, we know.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
They'll be the same because they were together.
I mean, it's
But
very
Mrs.
similar.
Howell
Yeah,
was
it's
not
true.
with a
Yeah.
skipper.
I mean, if we can bring anybody like life, can we just have the Queen of England be Mrs. Howell?
Hello.
Oh my God, Betty White's the model.
But she's trapped.
I want that.
I would be okay with that. It's like Betty White's just like
not young Betty White.
No, old Betty
yes,
White.
like-
Old Betty White. And we just bring B. Arthur back to be Marianne.
Oh.
Just
Yeah.
the Golden
Okay.
Girls.
I'm okay.
What was the original question? of this?
Where would
you
you-
answered it?
Yeah, where
All
would you
right,
set
sounds
it?
good.
I would set it in the 90s.
If we're doing time period, well, we're
No,
You know,
I
okay.
would say all the actors are from the 90s.
we're biased because we're all millennials. So yes, we're gonna say 90s.
I'm youngest.
I like.
I'd say 90s actors, but I'd still have it set in the 60s when the original show aired.
No.
Yeah, I like.
I'd say 90s.
Because
No,
in the
'cause-
60s, it was much easier to get shipwrecked because satellites were not going to
we're not
I
shipwrecking.
like
You're
the
stuck
90s.
in a.
Okay, you're
the
stuck in a
90s
roundabout.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
90s
it's
were
just-
the
it's not
90s. The 90s were before cell phones. They didn't have that.
Yeah.
No,
so then
okay.
the 90s are perfectly fine.
they couldn't get cell service
No,
Yeah.
even if they had cell phones.
in the middle of the
Yeah,
city.
you're
They
in a
had cell
roundabout
phones.
in Cleveland.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
no
they
cell
only-
service.
They survive because they get Uber.
Yeah.
Uber
Uber Eats.
In
Oh
the
my God.
90s?
In the 90s.
I imagine they just survive off of like fast food people threw out their window.
That was part of the cat dog episode.
Yeah.
Part of the cat dog episode was them chowing down on garbage that was thrown out of car windows in the roundabout.
It's the only way to do it.
I like that. Anyways, so Michael, what was your question?
All right, you remember those big tree ent dudes from Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, would you eat fruit that he handed to you from his own head?
Yes.
Yes.
With the only stipulation be that he wants to watch, and he's being kind of
No,
weird about it.
I would say definitely no, because the fruit is the female portion of the tree, and those are dude trees.
Yeah.
And they have
That's true.
specifically said that the ant wives, the female trees, are all gone.
Yeah.
So you're never going to see fruit on an ant unless something funny's going on.
But big question.
Actually,
Might be
he's
something funny
right.
No,
might
most
be something
important.
funny going on.
Most important part. Do they taste good?
You haven't eaten it yet. You don't know.
Do they look good?
Mm.
They look like fruit.
What, like a
Does it look
pear,
like
a
like
peach?
like an apple?
Yes.
Yeah.
Looks like fruit.
Looks like a fruit.
And
a durian?
You're-
An amalgamous
you're-
fruit.
You're very, very hungry. The nearest McDonald's is like a 10-mile walk.
The McDonald's
That's not
in
that
Middle
far.
Earth?
Yes,
So-
the McDonald's in Middle Earth.
Did he pull the fruit from his branch, or did he like brush away the Scotch tape?
He pulled it from his head.
Okay.
His head?
Yeah, it was on his head.
In
and
his
he
hair.
Pulled, he pulled it off.
Yeah,
and his
yeah.
only stipulation is he has to watch you eat it.
What sound does he make as it comes off?
It comes off like a normal thing, but he is
I
looking
mean,
at
does he make a
you,
noise? He pull off and go, oh.
and he is smiling, and he is insistent that you eat
Yeah,
it.
see, I'm going with the ultimatum of like if I'm really hungry, like if he makes like a noise as it comes off of his head, then I'm not eating it.
Well, he's going to
Well,
be very upset with you.
Actually,
No,
I
that's
would
fine.
be, if he wanted to like
feel
to
assaulted.
watch me eat it,
Yeah.
I would be less concerned than if he wanted to watch me poop later.
That's also true.
I mean, he's not going to outright say that, but he's going to walk with you for a while.
Like-
he's just following you like
Like if you go into the outhouse and you come back out, and then the tree ant's going, "Yes, my children, grow," over the top of the outhouse, then you're like,
Yeah.
"There's a problem going." You
I mean,
shouldn't-
that
yeah.
is how he would spread like his kids.
Yeah.
I'm not
That's-
swallowing
that's-
any seeds.
That's how
Well,
trees
yeah, let's
work.
not do
you can
that.
say it's weird, but that is literally how trees work.
Yeah,
So-
No,
So
you-
he's into it. That's why he wants to watch.
It's
I
But
just
don't want
weird.
it.
but you're very hungry, and that's what you do with trees, anyways. It's just another tree fruit.
Well, yeah, but
I don't want to swallow any dude's seeds.
But I don't go to a tree, grab the apple, and then stare at it as I eat, and then wait until it digests.
Yeah, you leave the seeds in the core.
And then you're about to throw away the core, and he's just like,
He's like,
no,
nope, keep going.
all of it. And you're
Yes.
like, are you sure?
Oh,
all of the apple.
Sign
You
the
don't have
contract.
to eat the stem, but the rest. You're like,
I don't want.
okay.
He's like,
I
do
don't
it.
want.
It's like, he's like, yes, eat it.
He pulls out his phone.
It's like, takes a picture.
Then you go to the you have to go to the
You eat
police.
the fruit.
You have to go to the police at that point, and then
You sign
nobody's
it.
having a good
He
time at
made
that
me
point.
do a bad thing.
2 weeks
He
later,
made me eat his apple.
2 weeks later, he comes with a birth certificate. We need you to sign this.
Oh my
No.
god.
That was the midwifery. Anyway, Kyle, what are you opening?
Yes. That was-
Anything else?
Let's change this conversation.
I was thinking about the trees from the
I'm
Wizard of
literally
Oz.
opening America.
Yeah.
I'm opening America.
you brought. Okay, so you've been bringing a lot of juice, but now
Yes.
you went back to
So
Four Loko.
the last Four Loko that I brought was a Warhead Four Loko. And so in order to make it more
Wait, it says that we ID. So
wait.
drinking.
Oh, it does say we ID.
wait,
I
do
don't
we
know
need to get out our licenses?
Does that say we ID or does it say Y?
I would definitely think because I look 17.
I'm not sure, but why would it say we
Yeah.
ID on a can that I bought? I don't know.
It's
It says on the can Loco USA for Loco. So
I don't even
this
think
is America's drink.
It's not even the right blue.
It's not
Oh,
blue.
oh my
Yeah.
god, it's just
Oh, it's not even
clear.
blue. It's clear.
That's the color of the
Well,
stars.
what color did you expect? You said it would be blue.
I actually thought it would be blue.
I thought it would start coming out different colors.
No, I thought there would be stripes.
Well, I'm still
Inside
finishing my
the
drink,
Yes.
so
Red and white stripes.
we'll have to pass.
Michael can't have. Oh no, you can just drink from the can.
Drink from the can? All right, everybody at once. 3, 2, 1
Let's
for
get-
Loco.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
Oh,
it's got a weird kick at the
yeah.
end.
At the end of it's fine. The beginning's good, actually.
I was about to say this is actually pretty good, and then the
The
rest
last
came.
end is the end is not great. I don't know what that last.
that tastes familiar.
I have no complaints.
It's not bad.
It's lemonade.
It's actually not bad.
No, it's
It's not the worst one you've brought.
It's lemonade.
It is kind of like
no. There's
lemonade.
something else there.
There's like a lavender flavor to
I think
it.
it's like poison.
Yeah, that's alcohol.
Yeah.
This tastes like not the new markers, but the old marker, the purple marker, but mixed with like a cherry marker.
Are you huffing markers?
So not
like in elementary school?
not Maker's
Yeah, they
Mark,
do encourage
but
you in elementary school.
markers.
markers.
Yeah, like
Yeah, like Scotch Brite.
it tasted like those two markers put together in your nose when you accidentally put them in your nose when you were tiny.
Wait, how do you-
accidentally?
You smell the markers and you wrote all over your face.
Yeah, like when you accidentally
No.
put a marker in your nose at 28.
Not
Like-
20, not 28.
Whoops!
At least 20.
When you put like 5 open ones in a bag.
Even when I was a child,
And then you
Kyle-
huff it with a bit of spray paint.
Kyle, even when I was a child, I knew that for a marker, that side writes, therefore it points down.
No, but
No,
it
but
smelled
they-
like lemons.
They do
and
like
cherries.
they did have scented markers
I never had those because
What?
why?
What? No,
because
you're
Crayola
wasted
once you get-
childhood.
My parents
once you
did
get
not
hooked.
want me pointing markers at my face.
What was your favorite marker?
chocolate.
Oh,
What?
that's
No.
fair though.
That
That's
was a good
pretty
one.
fair. I think mine. At the end of the day, it was probably the lemon.
It was one of the fruits to me.
Cherry was really good,
Che-
but
che-
but if you got too much cherry, it borderline weird.
markers.
No.
The fun thing is my work gave me a bunch of scented markers at my workbench
Why?
Why?
because they gave me markers
I
for
think-
some reason.
no, that is
They're all
your-
scented ones.
That is your work saying, wow, you smell. Let's
Yeah.
try to change this.
Yes.
But being polite about it.
cover you in scented markers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thank you, Kyle, for bringing us this liquid
Yeah.
It's certainly
It's
a
definitely
thing.
liquid.
at 13.9%.
Yep, it's definitely a malted beverage.
Just
No,
becoming our thing.
Mm.
About like, hey, what's over 10% we can drink? Oh.
Yes.
There has to be a garbage can per podcast now until I run
What?
out of them.
For us to vomit into.
No,
Um,
I
speaking-
already brought the beer that I wouldn't drink.
Speaking of garbage can, John, you have some trivia, I bet.
Yeah, I do.
He's already got it up.
So, we're doing the standard of Kyle gets easier questions.
Mhm.
Since I had to kind of make my own.
Actually, you know what I think it might be more fun? Is randomly pick who gets easy, hard, and medium, and then we have to figure out who got what.
Actually, I do like that. Yes.
Because, or like,
That's going to be difficult because I had to make my own, so I've got 3 different categories.
oh, okay, no, that's fine.
Oh.
I think that would be fun in the future.
whatever.
But okay.
So there are 3 categories, and so that, as Argo said, it's random. Who gets category 1? Who gets category 2?
Oh.
Who gets category 3?
Doesn't matter.
Now,
Pick it.
these
Random
aren't
pick it.
easy, medium, and hard. This is just the first one that I made, the second, and the third.
I think it's easier if we take one. I will take number 2.
I'll take 3.
Okay. Michael, you're taking one?
for me, I
No,
guess.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
good choice.
Or no, I'll take
Not fast enough,
take
bitch.
3 after he does it. And then I'll answer the same questions.
no, Michael, you get category 1.
Oh.
Category
okay.
1. True or false questions.
I feel like I
Damn
got
it.
the easy ones.
Maybe. So, question 1. The sum of all numbers on a roulette wheel is 666.
False.
True.
Oh.
True or false? The Lego Group, the company that makes Lego, was founded in 1932.
True.
That is true. Wait, why are we giggling? Okay.
It works.
So, in 2010, Twitter and the United States Library of Congress partnered together to archive every tweet by American citizens.
True.
Yes.
Yeah.
That sounds like something American.
That was the basis of the
Well,
file.
I know it's part of the archive because political figures.
It's
Well,
not.
it's based off the
speak
Twitter
on it.
files.
So
Actually.
if-
It's
you
not an
know.
invasion of anything because it's a public platform anyway.
Yeah.
It is.
Except for all the DMs are included.
True or false? The fruit, the orange, is named after its color.
I thought the false.
False. Yeah.
Yeah.
The color
the other way
orange
around.
is named after the fruit.
It's the other way around. Yeah, I knew that.
But what if it was like weird orange? like it was slightly more red.
Shame
No,
oranges.
the oranges are orange
Yeah.
because orange
This is like a
orange is orange.
It felt like a chicken and the egg situation. Like which
Mhm.
came first, the orange or the orange?
I mean, technically, the orange word came first because it was put into the person's brain by the orange itself.
Yes,
Um,
the fruit came first.
Is
Well, the fruit existed, but not in the orange. It didn't become an orange until it was defined by. It's like monitoring a molecule. Do you see a molecule there, or is it?
It's always there.
I'm already going to take a guess that Michael's getting the easy questions because if those
They're
aren't,
true.
yeah, that's pretty easy. Because if they're not the easy question, you could be like, "What is your name?"
What
What's
is your favorite color?
Yep.
Blue, no, red.
No, red. Ah!
Okay. So Michael's last question is a grammar question.
Oh no, he's screwed.
So
Yeah.
the question is this sentence with no punctuation grammatically correct? Buffalo, 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 buffalo.
False.
No, that is grammatically correct.
I feel like some commas should have been in there somewhere.
That is definitely one
So,
of those ones that would be false
To use
With no- yeah.
synonyms,
or true.
New York bison, New York bison bully, bully New York bison.
Which I wouldn't. You need a comma in there.
No.
I feel like you would if you were trying to make sense.
We're in America. You're free to add commas wherever you want and be wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, sounds good.
So Michael got 4 out of 5.
Well,
In
that's
true,
true.
false
Out of the
In
half
true-
and half question.
Yeah, average would be 2.5. So he
Yeah.
did better than the average.
did.
So yeah, you did better than random chance. Good job, Michael.
Hooray!
So what are my true and false?
So you had 3?
I had 2.
Okay, you had 2. So you have questions about things that are up.
Okay, I thought you were going to say, you said, and I'm thinking sports. I'm like, uh-oh.
No, not sports,
Things
just
that are
things that are up.
Who
okay.
won the
So-
1937 World
No,
Cup?
question 1. Where can you find nuclear pasta?
Nuclear pasta. That is I want to say a black hole.
The crust of a neutron star.
I was gonna say
It's
satisfactory.
kind of still on a black hole-ish.
It's still a
It's not.
star.
It's not a black
But
hole.
a black hole, you're saying there's no nuclear pasta around a nuclear or a black hole.
No.
Well, you're not going to find it because it's inside of a
It doesn't
black
exist.
Not
hole.
inside, it's around.
No,
No,
you
it's
can't
inside.
have it around a black hole. It's either inside or outside.
Okay, but wait, where do you put the marinara?
There's no
It's-
nuclear marinara.
That seems like
Well,
an
I mean,
oversight by
that is
scientists.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute. If you dumped an entire jar of marinara sauce into a black hole, at one point would it become spaghetti and marinara?
You can hear it yell back at you, "Mamma mia!"
Okay.
So,
Is that
yeah.
right?
No,
know.
don't think that's. I don't think it's the right, but no.
So, question 2.
Okay,
What is the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow?
African or European?
European.
No, there's not supposed to be an answer after that. You're supposed to just fall into the volcano.
It'll be 14.8.
They actually say
it's
that.
14.8. What?
Is it
No,
14?
It's not.
No, okay, I swear they actually say it in the show, don't they? At the end.
Are you determining it in kill?
No, this
miles
is
or-
in American miles per hour.
In
Okay,
miles
see,
per-
that's-
Miles per hour.
And only
They did not do that in the
Yeah, they're not doing that in Monty Python.
To what degree of accuracy?
Plus or minus 2.
No, I mean,
okay.
okay.
no,
I'm
no,
thinking
plus or
like
minus 2
I
miles
needed
per
to
hour.
be like to like 0.2.
No, plus or minus 2
miles
an
an
hour.
hour. So if you get within 2 miles an hour, it's going to be correct.
I have a guess. But it's your
a
question.
swallow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unladen.
An
Well,
unladen
I've
swallow.
seen a lot of porn, so
Birdborn?
no, it's a swallow.
Bird ball.
Anyway,
I have a guess.
no, I'm gonna go with 31.
You're not within 2.
I
close?
guess. I want to guess 45.
You're even further away.
Darn.
I was going to say 27.
So no,
see,
you
you
are
got a
also
direction.
not within 2. It's
No.
24 miles per hour.
Damn it.
You got closer, but I feel like
Yeah.
you took both our answers and then ran with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was planning on 27 the entire time. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it says the wrong man.
Yep.
So need to pick up the pace.
Question 3.
Okay.
Nephelococcegia
I got
is
this
the
wrong.
practice of doing what?
Nephelococcegia.
I can spell that if you want, but
No,
it's
we
not
don't
going
need
to
it.
help you.
Nope.
It's the process of consuming a Muppet.
Yeah.
It's finding shapes in clouds.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
That is
no.
nice.
So
Definitely
now
not,
shaped like Muppets.
definitely not taking Miss Piggy and then turning her into a roast.
Yeah, because it's Nephilo. Like, it sounds like a Muppet.
What? Nephilo.
Yeah, Nephelopicus.
Nephelomaniac.
Nephelomania. The business of the business.
I feel
of
like
the Muppet Corpse.
I think I got the hard ones.
Okay, so here's a true or false question.
Oh, okay, there we go. Yay. I'm going to get it wrong.
50-50.
So, sporology is about as accurate as astrology.
Sporology.
What is the question?
SPORALOGY.
Is about as accurate?
Yeah, about as accurate as astrology.
That seems like an opinionated question.
It
Because
is, I would
about
agree.
is not a specific question.
I would agree. It was a bit
Which
of a
means
question.
now, like, there's a range. Like, I think you're just making things up now.
It's gonna fall in
Sporology.
the
Okay. This sounds like one of those like trick questions. So, I would say true.
It is true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because false wouldn't make any sense for a trick question.
Yeah, astrology is determining how your life is going to play out depending on the alignment of the stars when you're born. And sporology is determining how your life will play out depending on where the trams in Finland are parked at the moment of your birth.
That sounds like actually a better system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what?
That's nonsense.
So like,
I believe
so
it.
what are their different like how do they determine that?
Like if the red line is at station A, then you're lucky, and if it's not, then you're unlucky.
So is there like
Wow,
a
what
woman?
the that's
Is
awful.
Is there some woman sitting like waiting to have the baby? Like push it back in until that train leaves.
Exactly.
Ma'am, you have
Really?
3 minutes. Ma'am, you have 3 minutes to the 14 gets to the 89th crossing. You better hold it in.
This is the Church of Spaghetti Monsters version of science
It
because
does
it was
sound
actually
exactly like that, yeah.
invented because of astrology.
Okay. No, that makes sense.
Okay.
Astrology.
So spaghetti. What was the name?
The
of
flying
it?
spaghetti monster.
Yeah, but what was
Yeah.
the name of that?
Pastafarianism.
Pastafarianism.
That's
So
it.
last question:
Oh no.
the astronomer Tycho Brahe.
I know. Love him.
Yeah, he had a medal. What?
Tycho Brahe had a metal what?
Yeah.
What
did he have that was metal?
Sense of humor. No, I'm just kidding. I will say he had a metal bird.
Was it a Metal Willie?
No.
Figured it would be
Willie?
ridiculous. I'm being
It is
conscientious.
really ridiculous. Kyle, do you have a guess?
Metal testicle.
No, he had a metal nose.
Oh, he had syphilis.
That's what I meant.
Uh-oh.
I know why that happened.
Wait, so when you said bird, you meant nose.
Yeah, haven't you ever seen?
And when Michael said Willie, he meant nose. And when Kyle said testicle,
I meant testicle.
He meant testicle.
the testicles of the face are the nose.
What?
It's the upper horn.
The human horn.
The human horn.
Look at that man's nose. It's so prominent.
So, Kyle,
I have stage 3 terminal.
Wait, how did I got one.
You got
Trivia.
one. Michael had 4.
I have stage 3 terminal trivia.
Yeah. So I got the hard, I'm guessing.
You had a theme. Kyle's theme is random knowledge.
Wait,
Oh,
my
damn
theme
it.
is up?
Yeah, your theme is up. So
How is that up?
sparrows, astronomers, astrology,
No, that
neutron
wasn't astrology.
stars.
It was trains.
It was
One of them was
compared to
trains.
astrology.
That wasn't the important comparison part. How is a nose up?
It's an astronomer.
No, the answer wasn't.
Tycho Brahe is a famous astronomer.
That wasn't part of the question.
It was a little too promiscuous.
You didn't say it. Did you say he was an astronomer?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear that part. That doesn't count then.
Okay, so if you knew he was an astronomer, what part of him?
But then
was
that
metal?
implies that the answer has to do with astronomy.
No. Kyle. Kyle, I've given up. You have no theme. Kyle has no theme. Your first question is, what's the name of Mega Man's sister?
What? Mega Man's sister?
Yeah.
That's super easy.
Mega Man's sister?
That is super easy,
Yeah,
please.
what's the name of the dog?
How do you not know?
No, it's not the dog. His sister is not the dog.
They're a robot. He could.
Mega Chick.
No.
I don't know. Mega Man?
It's Roll.
Yeah, his
Roll?
sister is Roll.
Yeah, it's
'Cause-
rock and roll. Rock
'cause-
man and roll.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking
it's
about.
I like Mega Chick though. I think we
Chick?
should
I like
go with
Mega
that.
Chick.
So here is a question Kyle might have a better chance. In 1942, Wojtek was enlisted in the Polish army in Iran. After the Battle of Monte Cassino, he was promoted to corporal. What species was he?
Oh, I actually know this.
He's probably a pigeon.
No.
No? He
That
wasn't
was a
pigeon?
lot of
He was-
words.
He was
No.
either a pigeon or he was a...
Dog.
What is it? It was a donkey or a horse?
No.
No,
No? Okay, then I don't know then.
It's a bear.
he's a bear.
He's a bear.
He's a
Okay.
Why is
Syrian
Michael
brown
getting all the
bear.
weird ones?
Okay.
I know
Okay.
things.
I feel like this was like easy, hard, weird, and that's why.
Okay,
Michael
so
knows all these.
that makes sense that he was a bear, I guess. But the fact that he
was a
wasn't a
bear.
donkey.
He was noted for 2 things: smoking cigarettes and delivering ammunition.
Yep.
So
They trained him to move shells
actually,
back and forth.
now that you've said that, I do recall the story.
Yeah,
So-
see, actually,
Yeah.
after Kyle said that, all those questions, now that I think about it, I knew all those answers.
Okay. and now you know it was
That's
Tycho
amazing.
Brahe.
No. I was.
Yeah.
I'm still wrong, but I do recall the story.
Yeah, that's
so.
good.
Okay. So question 3. Because it's nature's engineer, a beaver named Tim serves as the mascot for the sports team for what private research university?
What?
A beaver named Tim is what college mascot?
A beaver. Okay, a beaver named Tim.
Because he's nature's engineer.
This sounds like a Michael starting a
I have a
podcast.
guess, but
My name's
I don't know
Tim,
for sure.
your beaver mascot.
Yeah,
It's-
Tim the beaver. What mascot?
The Washington Redskins.
I have a guess.
Wait, but what?
For the engineering school of Washington.
Is it?
I have no idea.
Is it MIT?
It is MIT.
MIT.
How do you know?
What are you
It's an engineering school.
It's an engineering school. It makes sense.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
You should have picked 3.
Nice question.
If he would have picked 3,
The robot named Flippy, produced and sold by Miso Robotics, is primarily sold to aid in the specific practice of preparing what item? The robot became commercially available for $30,000 in October 2020. So this is Flippy the robot,
Flippy the robot.
$30,000, came on the line October 2020. What does he make?
Fucking hell.
Would you
Flippy, I assume. Oh, how about either omelets or pancakes?
You're in the right ballpark, but both of those are wrong.
Okay.
that's not a bad answer, actually.
Is it crepes?
He makes burgers.
He makes
Burgers.
burgers.
No, that's.
Oh, the McDonald's robot.
Yeah, Flippy the robot.
Flippy the robot, McDonald's. He makes burgers.
I would have.
See, I didn't know that one.
I would have said pancakes too. That's pretty good.
Okay, so because you're not going to win anyway, I'm going to give you a choice for your last question.
Okay.
Mountain Dew or Google?
Mountain Dew.
Okay. What was Mountain Dew's original slogan?
Oh, I used to know this.
Oh, shit. Oh my God.
I think Wilford Brimley came up with this one.
I actually heard it recently. I'm trying to remember
it's
it.
been a while though.
I just remember an old man with a long white
With a
beard.
long white beard.
and
Yep.
and
Wilford
a
Brimley.
Shotgun.
No, Wilford Brimley only had a mustache, never a beard.
Oh,
No, yeah, but it was definitely like diabetes.
oh
Yep.
my God. What?
You say.
You got this, Kyle.
I can't.
No, you don't got this, Kyle.
I really don't have it. It's on the tip of my tongue.
So, if you get this
No.
right, you tie with Argo. If you get this
No.
wrong, Argo gets second place.
No, it's fine. It's something about.
I just remember a heavy accent always saying it from that old man.
Do you give up and want them a Google question?
No, the Mountain Dew question was a solid one. I should have known this one.
Go for the other question, Kyle. He's
Sure.
got it ready
What's
for
the
him.
Google question?
What's the original name for Google?
Alphabet.
No, the original name. Before it was Google, what was its name?
Before Google, what was it?
Yeah, before Google was Google, what was the name of this company?
It was Alphabet.
No, Alphabet came later, so Kyle got that one wrong too.
Wait. Is it?
Get the old man.
It will tickle your innards. That's what I was trying to remember.
Yahoo Mountain Dew, it'll tickle your innards.
It'll tickle your innards.
That's what it was.
That's
he
what I
got
was
it.
trying to remember.
He didn't cheat.
Nope, not at all. I didn't look up anything. He did.
I didn't have my phone out.
So that means Argo gets third place.
no, I get second place.
No,
Both
because
get
Kyle
second place.
tied.
Yeah,
no,
I
because
tied.
he already gave up and he went to the second question.
I guess.
Well, you can still answer the second
The
question.
main the main lesson is that I'm a failure.
Yeah, the
It's
main
okay.
lesson is Michael wins.
So who
Yeah.
had the hard ones then?
I
Not
don't know.
not Mike.
Not Michael.
Not me.
No, he could have flipped the coin and won.
Yeah,
That's what he did.
Yeah, he did.
No, he
No,
actually
he
did.
got 4 out of 5.
No, he almost
Yeah,
did
3
as
and a
good
half.
with Kyle's questions.
Yeah.
Those were some.
Yeah.
Some
Oh,
tough
and
questions.
the original name for Google? Back rub.
Weird.
Back rub?
Back rub was Google's original name.
Okay, I would never have gotten that one.
Well, you know,
Well,
like,
I mean, I'm very
like,
alcohol.
so let's like say you're at a bar and you'd be like you have an argument, like I'll go Google it. Now you can like
I'm gonna back rub.
yeah, I'm gonna go give it a back
I'm
rub.
gonna give it a back rub.
Hey, lady, I'm gonna go give it a back rub.
Hey, you know what you should do? Go to back rub. Say I'm feeling lucky.
Back rub Jeeves.
But no, but
Back rub Jeeves.
He works hard. He needs some.
But a lot
TLC.
of like things have done that once they
Yes.
become mainstream, like Twitch. What was Twitch's original name?
Justin TV.
Wasn't it Meadows?
I knew you knew the answer.
Why did you know
yeah.
that I knew the answer?
Because
It
you're
was,
weird.
it was just
It was
TV,
Justin TV.
but it was
Well, no, it's just .tv.
Oh, I forgot the dot. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
and then yeah.
I know they were the ones I thought would have a problem with the answer. You know it because I brought it up like 2 weeks ago.
That's probably why I know it.
It's
Yeah,
always
probably.
weird thinking about things that have already happened.
No, and I know Justin TV because I actually have been on Twitch long enough that I created a Justin TV account.
Yeah.
Like I am old school Twitch. Sadly not as popular as some, but getting there. Anyways, so I do
Someday.
have thank you, John, for some of the trivia. That was
Yes.
some good stuff. So
Hmm?
I think I did okay. Michael
didn't.
got
Second
lucky.
Not even remotely.
Yes, he did.
I feel like Michael got not just the easy questions, you got the Kyle questions of like, what's the color orange?
The orange question was actually yes. Michael
Yes, it
actually
was
got
actually
the
the
orange
orange
question.
question.
Yes,
yeah.
because I knew that one.
It's like
With
when
even
when
without
it's
just true and false.
when your worst chance is 50-50, anything above.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I do have some audience questions that I provided. So I actually have a decent amount here. So the first question we have is from Flutterkind, who asks, who of you do you suspect is the most likely to have been a government spy this whole time?
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like Kyle seems like the
I'm
red
the
herring.
obvious one.
No, you're the red herring, because you're the one that's like, like I do some government stuff.
I am literally already in the government.
No,
so.
if we were part of an insurrection, just throwing it out there, like we were having a picnic, and then we decided let's overthrow the government. Kyle would be the Fed who is driving us to it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd be the
Oh,
Fed plant.
intentionally?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that.
He'd be the
Yeah.
one pushing
Yeah.
us
No,
to
he would-
commit crimes.
He would be the government spy, but if there was like some like outside of our government, like
What? I'm the Swedish spy.
I mean, if you
No,
are you
like-
Swedish? I don't know.
No,
like
no.
now I feel like Flutter.
The Casanova.
He's
spy.
the
I
he's
are
the Fin-
American.
He's the Finnish spy. He's
I
throwing
think
us off.
Oh, the Woods spy.
No, I think Flutterkind is trying to just give us a hint. I think that's what
Trying
it
to
is.
It's
let us
probably
know.
me. Yeah, it's probably me.
No, I think John.
Probably John. Actually.
John's just
Probably John.
John's trying to be the one like if there is a spy, being like, haha, yeah, guys, I'm the spy,
Well, I mean,
so that immediately distracts away from him
It
being
is
spy.
the mustache.
Yeah, I mean,
And it
what's more
kind of
trustworthy
equals
than a
a-
mustache?
Yeah, because
No. The point is that a mustache equals trust. Therefore, untrustworthy.
But the mustache isn't real. It's actually like it's like a
I've
smoke
got a
bomb.
listening device.
No, it's a smoke bomb. So you just detach it and you throw it down, and then you're like, smoke bomb. And you're like, this.
The mustache is a smoke bomb?
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's always at the ready.
Like, you don't even know where he came from.
You
Like,
need to do questions faster.
Or like he's got like it's just like a cyanide thing. Like he's,
Yeah.
he's like, I've been caught.
Cyanide
He's
mustache.
like licking it.
Kyle needs to use the restroom. We gotta hurry.
We need to do
No,
questions
there's
faster.
the joke
It's been 2
from-
hours.
He's
yeah.
going
No,
to
there's the
explode.
joke from
No.
Dr.
Hour and a
McNinja.
half, hour and 15.
Anyway, we don't have to get into Dr. McNinja.
So we all agree it's John.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure,
Okay.
we'll all agree it's not the guy who came from somewhere without an accent from that place.
Exactly.
Wait, Kyle, do you have to go do...
The Whiz.
Louis.
If you want to jump out for a sec, take a whiz. You can.
Nope. Questions.
So Buzz Filming Point asks, how would you all react while performing a podcast and suddenly a car crashes in your podcast room? No one is injured, just damages to the room.
We are in the basement. That is...
Yeah, so
This
I,
is shocking.
Actually.
So yeah, I would,
They'd have to come from the street. That is the street side. So
No,
No,
it is
that's
not.
that's the side for the train.
no.
Oh, God, the train came
the,
through?
The street's over here, isn't
No,
it?
the street's that way.
Yeah,
trains
where are
go
you?
that way.
No, I'm talking about the main line street.
that's
Yeah.
the faster street, but only by 5 miles an hour.
They would have
Yeah.
to go up a hill through a fence.
yeah, not
through
a hill.
trees.
It's
through
like,
brushwork and trees.
and that is
Impressive car.
brick. It is a
Yeah.
it is a flat to the side there. Yeah.
It is a 1976 Bentley driven by an 87-year-old man.
No, as soon as I knew I wasn't going to die or be injured, I just look at it and start clapping.
Yeah, there you
No,
go.
I would just be like, okay, so guys, I got question number 2 here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, no, that's just
No, that's question number 3. What's question number
Yeah,
3?
If they get halfway down the stairs, I'll just be impressed.
if it actually crashed in where it was like behind us and just visible enough, I'd be like, I mean, somebody's probably heard there, but the fact that they were able to crash into a basement, you know what?
It's impressive.
Oh, hi, Adam.
Yeah,
You got home.
Exactly.
Made it.
My father works at a mechanic's garage. They had a guy who was 87 years old take his 4x4 pickup truck and blow it through the wall of the garage. And that old man was so ornery that he got out of he was screaming for help inside of his vehicle. And my father, who was almost killed, went and got him out of the vehicle. And he said, and the old man looked at him and said, "Do you know what you did?" So that was the sort of person.
The
to be like
old
right there.
wait, the old man asked him, "Do you know what you did?"
Yes.
I started a business.
It's just like
I
it's like,
built these 4 walls with these 2
all I'm
halves.
saying is the only person who'd be coming and crashing down either those steps or this wall would be somebody who's like over 80 years old, should have no driver's license.
I'm not driving right now.
he'd be like, they just crash down and like, is this the VFW?
Now I want number 4, no pickles.
I don't think
Yeah.
the VFW has the number 4, but I can understand the sentiment. Actually, so I actually had a story. So like when my brother,
Kyle is going to explode.
so my brother had when he was in college a while ago. He used to get like these beater upper cars, and they would just because they had like multiple acres, they would just drive it around in the back and just like
Crash them.
yeah, not crash them, but just like do
No,
stupid
just
stuff.
trash 'em.
because they could like
They'd go mudding.
mud.
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
go mud back then. So they put everybody in the car, including the dog.
Yeah.
The dog, and that dog was
As you do.
that dog was crazy. Not like a crazy and like bites everybody, just like had like
No survival instinct.
it was just like just didn't care about anything because it did everything. It
I'm
was,
happy.
ruled the neighborhood, everything. And so they had everybody in the car, 5 people, and they had the dog buckled into the middle seat in the back. And so they're mudding around there, and they hit a point where they hit a bump, and they put the car up on the nose, and they put it up 9 degrees, and they said at one point we just kind of floated there for a minute with the car in the nose straight up in the air. And he goes, all I remember is I looked in the rearview mirror, and the dog was just back there, being pushed against the seatbelt, just going, just perfectly calm. And he's just like, the hell? And then the car kind of does like a 90 spin and then falls back on the ground. The dog is like, yeah, that's great. Let's do it again. Like, wasn't excited, wasn't barking, wasn't scared, just.
That dog has seen some shit.
Yeah. Just so many stories of like just weird crap that dog did.
A
It was so
dog
great.
which was happy.
Oh yes, but it's just
Happy
I just love
puppers.
this super calm dog, just like it's normal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna die, but
Last question.
No, it's
Yes.
it's with its human. It's not going to die. Things are safe with human.
yeah, if human does, it's human good. So, Null and Void asks, what surprising fact do you know about the Lochness Monster?
Oh,
I think that his name is Michael.
yeah, we used to date.
I was gonna say she was
Wait,
a
you
whore.
dated
Wait,
Michael?
I
No,
thought on a
Loch Ness Monster.
on a
Oh.
previous podcast, didn't we say that the Loch Ness Monster was at your family reunion?
Yeah, no, we met there.
That
Oh.
It was Kentucky. It's a different place.
Oh
and
my
it
God.
wasn't a +1 to one of the Bigfoot or skunk ape.
No, distant cousin.
How distant?
I don't want to say.
Because I'm not
Very.
seeing flippers
She
here.
was a-
Very distant.
She was at least 10 feet from me when we met.
Well, she.
But they're
yes.
doing the little like little multi-finger wave, like hello.
Yeah.
No, it's
No.
flippers.
Yeah,
you can't do the finger wave if you got
Wait.
flippers.
If they're at a family reunion, does that mean that you're like related?
That's what a family reunion is.
Yeah, but now I want to know like because if you go to family reunion, everybody at least kind of like is the same. But if you find the one person that's like completely weird, like an
No,
off,
the +1s. Like my family has a joke about the Outlaws, because like my mother goes to my dad's family reunion, and she hangs out with like the people who are married to his siblings, and they call themselves the Outlaws because they're not in-laws to each other; they're outlaws.
I get it. It's fun.
I get it.
It's a stupid joke that isn't funny, but
I think
It's
funny.
one of those jokes that has probably been done a million times, but
Yeah.
but you feel funny because you did it yourself.
yeah, we made this joke all by ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So okay. So I don't know if do we need any more facts about it, because apparently if Michael's boning the Loch Ness Monster, I don't know.
I need more.
Wait, the Loch Ness Monster is your ex?
Do you own?
Yeah.
Is there alimony or child support?
I mean, she doesn't ask for the support.
Well,
She?
Yeah,
Nessie. Nessie is a she.
Read the question.
I mean, she
Go.
she is a
Just use the
celebrity.
restroom.
She's like the protagonist in a number of dating sims. There's a whole bunch of things going on about that flipper heaven
Let's go.
Paleolithic. I don't want to call her a monster because that's kind of shaming.
I mean,
No shade on that Scottish
Is she Scottish?
yeah.
I
She's
mean,
from
you had to
Scotland.
stop like this might be offensive or something.
No,
Don't call
no.
her Scottish.
She still owes me 20 pounds. So
No, you got 20 pounds.
No, I was trying to think of the acronym BBW, just the big beautiful woman.
she had big,
I don't know. She's wearing a nice hat or something.
Yeah, she is big.
big.
I don't know. The pictures, the pictures.
They're
have 20
kind of
pounds.
blurry. You need to see her in person because she does not photograph well.
No, radioactive.
Radioactive.
Yeah, messes with the cameras.
Well, that also messes with like you. Like, are you getting cancer every time you go on a date?
I
Like,
mean,
what's going on?
It's kind of worth it. She's pretty great.
I'm not going to ask questions about what happened. Like,
Okay,
I'm not expecting Michael to kiss and tell. So, is that the end of the question?
No, well, so there are a couple others here, but one of them I don't know how to answer it. But
what do you mean you don't know
I'll
how?
partially ask it because there's only one answer I can think of. Define furries in detail past the fursuit. I'm gonna go with sweaty.
No, it's people who enjoy the aesthetic of anthropomorphic creature, which is a humanoid physicality, so bipedal with attributes of animals.
All right, thank you, John, the therapist.
Yeah, or just bronies.
No, I think it's just people that like to disassociate from the self for a little while and be
I
something
think
else.
disassociating from humanity is a healthy thing.
Yeah,
personally.
it's people who like the Disney Robin Hood movie.
Have a difficult upbringing or have a life that is just difficult for you to deal with. Sometimes it's nice to just
humanity is difficult to deal with.
Yeah,
things that aren't human are sometimes comforting.
Now, people who like chicken bazongas.
Yeah,
Yes.
speaking of people that like chicken bazongas, welcome back, Kyle.
Thank you.
So the last question we have here, and it was from Adam.
Okay.
He put in a question here.
Wait, which Adam?
The Adam that does the editing. For
Wait,
the podcast.
From the beginning of time?
Wait, the amazing one?
Yes, the amazing one. So not yes, the one that the creator of all humanity.
Yeah.
Is which Pokemon would you have as a pet if you could only have one, and why?
Oh no.
So I know that for a lot of us, we do not know anything about anything past 150.
It's not going to be Vaporeon.
Yeah, because that seems well.
Well,
Well, it is the
It's not going to be
the perfect
Vaporeon.
Well,
no, Kyle. No, you're not allowed.
Like to me, there's a lot of different answers that could like having Electrode, where you could just plug him into your circuit board and then just lock him there in a cage.
I mean, you got
all
the
your electronics.
you got
you
that
just feel
weird guy
electricity.
who's like Tentacruel, but like that's not me.
No,
No,
This is
this
bad.
isn't.
So,
this isn't Japan.
I have an answer, so I'm just going to say it. Mareep.
Okay, that's fair.
It's a sheep Pokemon, but electric, so you can charge your phone. You can use it as a pillow.
well, wait.
It-
Where do you put the cable?
in the horns.
yeah, they have two horns.
Yeah, they flip out.
Oh,
no.
Yeah, you've got a
they're always out
USB.
there.
You've got a USB port
you're
behind
adding.
the horns.
I think you're
Oh.
adding context to the
Yeah.
Mareep.
They have contacts at the end of the horn, so it does exist.
I know, but I don't think they have
No,
USB-C.
Again, Mareep is a better sheep than Wooloo.
I like throughout.
I mean, I know Wooloo has more of the internet presence, but I will be on this hill, die on this hill. Mareep. That is the sheep Pokemon.
How did evolution determine that, like throughout like survival of the fittest, that USB-C horns were the priority?
Get an adapter.
It's a domesticated Pokemon.
Or do you go up to the Mareep and you lift it up like, this one's lightning cable? Like, get it out of here.
Yeah. No, and this one's Apple compatible.
Oh,
USB 3.0.
this one's IDE. Get it out of here.
I just need me like one of the missing no Pokemon because I want to see the world burn.
Well, I feel like I would like one of the it's what's the duck, like Pharaoh duck
What?
Pokemon?
Psyduck?
No, the
like
duck
Psyduck.
Pokemon, the one with the leak.
Are you hungry?
No,
Yes.
or the one that
No.
spins the leak around. Just
It's the leak, but the evolved version
yeah,
of the leak.
the night.
The leak,
Night duck.
the leak,
The leak is
the
terrifying.
night leak duck.
Darkwing duck.
Darkwing duck.
When he evolves,
Is
the
Darkwing Duck
leak
a
appears
Pokemon?
in his hand. So is that leak part of him?
Yes.
Yes.
Like if you take it from his hand, is it like ripping off a limb?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like that starting
It
Pokemon that
screams.
has that's like the
Technically
fox with the
screaming.
burning stick.
It's technically attached by neurons, so yes, it's
so you
true.
just you like
Wait,
take
that-
it from him and you just start screaming. And
It's part of his
Yeah.
brain?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh no!
No, it's not part of his brain. It's like if you were to detach all of your fingers at one time.
Well, you're saying neurons.
Yeah, well, okay, so maybe not neurons, like
Farfetch'd?
Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd.
Farfetch'd is neurons. It's true. Farfetch'd and then the
Farfetch'd is like the base, and then they turned into a night.
Yeah. What is the
fruit.
second version of Farfetch'd?
Far like I don't know.
No.
Far and gone.
Near-fetched.
I don't know. Whatever the evolved version of Farfetch is. I want that one.
Far,
No.
wherever. So, Michael, Pokemon.
Farfetch just evolves into James Cameron.
James Cameron doesn't do what James Cameron does.
So,
for
like-
James Cameron.
I like this-
James Cameron does what James Cameron does. Because James Cameron is James Cameron.
I do
James
like-
Cameron evades shock. James Cameron is still paralyzed.
I do like the idea of like, oh look, it's James Cameron. He goes, James Cameron. Like,
James Cameron.
wait, does
Oh
that
no!
mean-
Wait! It's America. Fuck
Yeah, but Matt Damon.
Matt Damon.
I was gonna say that too.
Wait.
Matt Damon.
Wait, are you changing your Pokemon from Farfetch to
Matt Damon. You're
Damon?
goddamn right. I am.
agree. I'm going with Matt Damon.
We're
too.
all going with Matt Damon.
I'm sticking with Mareep.
It's easy because you
No.
could, all you need to feed Matt Damon is potato.
Yeah.
Not even quarter potato.
No, you need drugs. You need
Well, yeah, we all need drugs.
You need
No,
that.
Cocaine and quarter potato.
what was he mixing with the potatoes?
Oh, it was.
Morphine.
No,
It was Oxy, I think it
Oxycontin,
was,
yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
it is potatoes. It's a condiment.
yeah. I haven't seen the movie. I haven't.
The
It's
Martian.
amazing.
I do need to watch it.
It's a good movie.
No, I agree.
Anyway,
It is a
good
so you can't cheat off of Kyle. I've got Mareep. Kyle has Matt Damon. You two have to give actual answers.
I gave an actual
he did.
answer.
He did.
I want missing no because I want to see if I can corrupt the world.
Okay, so missing no and Argo is the last answer, and it's not going to be Vaporeon.
It's
It's probably Vapor.
Flareon.
It's warm.
Oh,
It's gonorrhea.
because
Actually, I
it's
did-
too warm.
I did like Flareon.
very
was-
warm.
No, I'm just gonna-
Fire.
I like Jolteon better.
The fire
actually.
poof.
I'm only saying Flareon because it's the closest I can get to pissing John off.
Vaporeon is the meme only because it's worse than Jolteon.
Is it a little too on the
No, I don't-
nose to want Ponyta?
No.
Yes.
You're wrong.
No, the Alolan
Actually, so-
Bonita.
So what is the thing with Vaporeon? Like, I don't get it. Like, why is Vaporeon the popular?
We're
We don't
not
need to
gonna-
talk about
we
it.
can talk about
No.
that
We don't talk about it.
after
The podcast, we can
podcast.
show you the entire creepypasta.
No, I can understand that all of them would be creepypasta, but I don't get why that
We're
was
not.
then.
No.
No, so
after.
the
Yeah, let's-
definition of creepypasta
Kyle, don't Google it.
is
Don't- no,
a
this
comment that is posted verbatim in a whole bunch of things.
Oh, okay.
Giz made me aware of the Vaporeon thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
the
hating for
Vaporeon
now.
creepypasta is posted verbatim about Vaporeon, and don't look this up.
Okay, we'll do that. So, anyways, so let's.
Hey guys, did you know that?
No, Kyle, no. Kyle, phone down.
All right, we're muting.
So,
Kyle.
Michael, what's the last
Hey,
word?
look, we
Last
muted
word,
Kyle.
Michael. Last word, Michael.
No, we didn't talk about booze.
Oh, sorry, booze. I made an Aperol spritz.
Yeah, that was actually really good.
It was good,
Like
yes.
I made probably what sounded like a mean comparison earlier, but it tasted like a juice that was better.
Yeah, it's Aperol, white wine, and soda water with an ice cube. And
It
I
was good.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
I could
Okay.
just drink it all day.
Aperol, it has a specific use.
It's so much better than Campari.
So before we even started,
depends.
Kyle looked at the drink and said, "This does have Aperol based on the color."
Yeah,
alone."
that is the
Yes,
color of
yeah.
Aperol.
Yes.
It is the color of Aperol.
It's what is the color? Red.
It's
like-
like
yeah.
any mixed drink that looks like this has Aperol in it.
No,
just
it's
true.
like it's not Aperol actually. Like I found a scroll in the back and I bled it dry.
Yeah, it's the color of squirrel blood.
Same thing.
squirrel blood
Or ape because it's Aperol.
or ape.
Ape blood.
But what did you bring?
I also
Harambe, no.
I also brought a beer from Boulevard
I
called
didn't try that yet.
Churro Grande.
Yeah. It's,
And the major comment was, this is over 11% alcohol.
It was 13.5.
Yeah, this is a high alcohol beer, but it tastes like a churro. It's good.
It does. It's
Well, I think
very strong, though.
when you put in something like cinnamon and something like that, you can usually cover up the tanginess, like the sharpness of
you
alcohol.
cover up almost everything.
I think it was amalgamous.
Yeah,
to a
Boulevard is known for two things to me, and those are good beer and high alcohol content.
Yep.
To me, everything it's always the whiskey barrel.
Yeah,
They put everything in a whiskey barrel, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
And
I
this is
whatever.
a year old beer.
Yeah.
Oh,
They
okay.
age it.
All right.
I also brought a selection of beers that were so bad that I wouldn't drink them. So I was just saying, someone else take these and pour them down your sink. And Kyle, you had the Berserker Squirrel, and what was
Yes.
your thought on that?
I thought it was a poor beer.
I think it was good, but I don't think it wasn't something that was
wasn't good.
bad, but wasn't something I was gonna like.
I would
Yeah.
not say it was bad, but it was a hopped amber ale, which
That's
does
from-
not compute.
Where was that from? Like Fullerton or something?
I've
it
not
wasn't.
committed it to memory
It
because
was something like Break Axe Ale or
I
something.
thought it was an F.
No,
it
it was like Blunt Axe Ale or Break Axe Ale or something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, Kyle, you brought a Four Loko from.
I did from
you-
America.
13.9%. I love you know that it's high, and that's their specialty when they have to put it like
It's
in
a
this
malted beer brand company.
I
Premium malt beverage with artificial flavors.
I
and
also
sucralose.
love the fact that you were looking at the Boulevard stuff and saying 13%. Oh, that's so high.
13.9%.
Anyway, here's a Four Loko.
Yeah, but,
13.9%.
but yours doesn't have an American flag on it.
The fact that Four Loko can achieve a 13.9 via a malted beverage should just go to show you
No,
that they
hey,
should.
it's easy.
know.
You make a malted beverage, and then you just pour vodka in.
That's
No, malt liquor is like 50 proof.
Yeah, it's really high. Actually,
No, you just pour in enough to get to the 13.9, because then you're not 14.
It's well, okay.
Now, if you
I don't know whatever they're putting inside this shit. It's garbage.
It's loco.
But it does taste fine.
I mean, that's a higher proof than the Aperol.
I like how they say at the top, like it's not like Four Loko USA Four Loko. It says contains alcohol in quotations on the top.
Wait,
It looks like
are
it
the
should-
quotations around alcohol?
Okay, no.
Where are the
it
quotations?
it says contains alcohol, not in a quotation.
So there are no quotes.
No quotes.
Well, no, but he's quoting them.
I am.
He's
Mike-
quoting them.
I am saying the
You
words
just
they
heard
printed
your
on the
insult.
can.
I want to be mad at Michael, so I'm going to be mad at Michael.
Why me? What did I do? That's not bad.
We'll get to you. So, Kyle, that's what you brought. Argo, what
did.
did you bring?
So I actually had two, but the one we brought down here was
Belching
the
Beaver.
Must Be the Honey Blonde Ale from Belching Beaver. I actually really liked it.
It was good.
It was very malty and crisp. I think crisp is the best flavor I can put on it. It's very light, but it's a crisp blonde ale with a bit of honey in the background. You could drink these all day. They're actually really good, and price wise, they are actually like the 6 little cans. It's not too bad. So no, these are actually. It says "damn good times" in the back. I don't know what that's a reference to, but I think
It's a reference to beavers.
Oh, it says "damn good time." I get it.
Get it? Wow. In this moment, it dawned upon him.
Wait. Okay. Wait.
By
Wait,
Timberborn.
Michael, what was the name of your beaver? Or no,
My
no,
beaver?
no,
Have a beaver?
no. Earlier on, what was the name of the character you made? It was Tom.
Oh,
No, woodchucks. We were talking about woodchucks.
No,
That's
because-
different.
Because at the bottom here it says, "Cheers to you, my friend, and welcome to the Beaver family. Cheers, Tom."
Tom.
Tom the
No,
Beaver.
Tim
Tom
the
the
Beaver is the mascot for MIT.
No, it says Tom.
No, Tim is MIT's mascot.
Yeah.
Tom is Belching Beaver's mascot.
Yeah, I was gonna say this has nothing to do with Tim.
Yeah,
so,
Tim and Tom are two completely different beavers.
Yeah, they're.
Maybe he's got a double life.
Yeah,
Two
both
families.
Yeah, both of them hear running water and think, "Fuck no, stop that shit."
Or they go, well, one of us needs to
That is
pee.
what beavers do.
Yes. Beavers don't build dams. They hear water running and they think,
try to stop
no,
it."
stop that shit.
It's kind of like
Yeah.
like a neurotic person who has like schizophrenia.
So,
but-
beer
Water.
number 2, Argo.
So the other one I brought, I can't even remember. It was upstairs. But
It's right here.
no, that was Kyle's.
This is Kyle.
It's fine.
You didn't talk about it. You're texting.
Kyle.
Kyle, read
It says
read this
LSD on
can.
It says LFD.
Kyle, our memories are gone because you gave us LSD.
Yeah, it
Did
says-
we take the brown pill by
Yeah,
mistake?
no, it's not the same
Yeah,
as
it's-
the brown note. So Indeed made a beer that I saw today at the liquor store along with the Four Loko, and it was a lavender, sunflower, and date beer.
LSD.
Yeah, date is
LSD
the
beer.
primary flavor, which is why Michael
It
does.
is, yeah.
Or no, Michael doesn't like it because of flowers.
Yeah,
he
he
doesn't
doesn't-
like
I don't
drinking
like the
flowers.
No,
lavender.
he doesn't like the lavender, which I can understand because that seems like a weird thing. Like, well, I put it in my soap. Why would I drink it? I actually like it because I feel like there's a lavender back end, but I feel like the two flavors is dates and malt. It is a pretty malty taste in there, surprisingly, and I actually very much like it.
I mean, if you like that, I know there's a really good snack called potpourri you would probably enjoy.
Yeah, I know. I eat
That's
it all
way
the time.
too crunchy.
Yeah, but no, I eat it all the time. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, you add it to like salad and like spaghetti.
No, yeah, it's delicious.
Spaghetti.
He's like, salad, maybe.
Yeah,
But
salad I
spaghetti-
can understand, but spaghetti and crunch are not too.
If you're going on a date, you tell them like, we're gonna go get some spaghetti potpourri, and they'll be like, "Oh, that sounds fancy."
No, I can see like having a little bit of potpourri before you go in for a kiss, just as a kind of a freshener.
Just in case you want to smell like an
Yeah,
old lady right
when you're-
before you lean in.
Yeah.
When you're going for the kiss, just like poof, and just blow the potpourri at them.
just spit some wood chips in her face.
Inside of Wednesday, there was
That's what Tom
a
does.
No,
point
if
where
it's
they
a
ate
beef,
potpourri.
if it's a beefer, that's a turn on.
Yeah, that's why I said Tom does that all the time.
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, baby."
Tim's a nerd, so he doesn't have the same kind of social aspect. But Tom gets down.
He's a classy guy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But anyways, Michael, what did you bring?
Well,
Fine.
I don't know. John might be mad at me about it.
You have some other side stuff.
I did bring some peanut butter booze, which is pretty good. It's called CPB. Yeah, I drank one of these before the podcast. It's a chocolate peanut butter porter.
Can you name the brewery? It's listed on the can.
CPB.
No,
The brewery.
The brewery.
It's chocolate peanut
It's
butter.
where your hand is.
It's where my hand
It's
is.
written up and down the can.
Oh, look at that. Lupulin. Brewery?
Lupulin.
I know them by the art.
Lupulin.
Lupulin the Third.
And then I also brought like a salted caramel stout from Lakes and Legends.
Okay, so when I was at the liquor store today picking up the ones that I got, there was a guy that walked in there. So Lupulin, not Lupulin, that one.
Lakes and Legends.
Legends
You've
also,
been in that brewery.
Sure. So Lakes and Legends also does a raspberry ale that's really good. A guy walked in and he walked up there and he literally took everything off the shelf. He just kept grabbing one after another until he had like his whole arms full of them. And then he like waddled over to the front. And I'm like, I mean, that's a good beer, but damn.
When
Like-
the mixed nuts comes back, that's what you're going to be
Now,
doing.
there are baskets in my liquor store, but anyone who uses a basket in a liquor store has a problem.
That's true.
No, like I've only
it's
used
a warning sign.
I've used a cart once.
A cart.
Yeah, but it was
Like,
because,
were you buying stuff for a con, or
I was
what was
thirsty.
going on?
No, it was we were gonna have like I think it was for the Thanksgiving.
Okay,
we did
okay.
Oh, okay,
Thanksgiving.
that makes sense.
If you were buying for 8, that's different.
Oh no, that was probably buying for like 14. Like
Yeah,
I was
the
planning for
Thanksgiving
like
was big, yeah.
No, so yes, I grabbed a cart because like if you're grabbing any more than like
4.
probably 4 is probably it depends on the
If
price.
you
a lot,
need
yeah.
a bag when you go to a liquor store, there's
It depends. If you're buying bottles,
yeah, you stuff them under your arm.
If you need a box and you're not just buying 3 reds
No.
and 3 whites, then you're
no. If you have to back your car in,
okay. Yes, that would be
Then-
that would be
like-
the case, yes.
or when the person behind the register says, "Do you need help with that?" Then you know you
Yeah.
have a problem.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like, "No, but I'll be back tomorrow."
Yes. No, I'll be No, I'll be back.
Can you keep these back behind the register? I want to make sure I'm not buying them now.
Whenever you're on a first name basis with your Total Wine,
If you have a
No.
tab at your liquor store,
No, if you don't know when you know their first name, no. When you know their kid's first name.
yes. Okay, there you go.
How's Timmy doing?
Hey, John, how's John doing?
John Jr.
Wow.
John the First.
How's John Senior doing? Like,
How's your father doing?
yeah, it's a very small.
Man, you're in fucking deep with that one.
Yeah,
Are
that's
you
probably-
sure about
The other
that?
th-
Do-do-do-do.
Oh yeah, Michael brought us some else.
Yes.
Yeah, Michael, what?
Come on, Michael.
Yes, the other thing I brought was a honey sweetened wine that was aiming towards me, but ended up as a cherry wine.
It was a cherry wine.
I think John's upset at me about that.
It's so
Little
good.
bit.
So
This is
you
really
you
good.
added the cherry before during the yeast, so the yeast was eating cherry as well as honey.
Yes.
It's
So
good.
yeah, that makes it a wine.
It's really good.
Yes. It is a wine.
Yeah.
It's
But
really
it is a good wine.
It's really
Yeah,
good.
it was
Yeah,
good. It
yeah.
was good. I'm not a wine fan, but it was good.
If I was to drink that Walmart cherry before the fermentation, I would have hated it. But after it, it is
After
amazing.
it was alcohol. It was amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Sorry to derail the conversation, but if you're not a wine fan, the wine that you were drinking tonight was Decoy.
Oh yeah. So okay, you mixed it with Aperol though.
Yes, I mixed it with Aperol and I mixed it with.
It's a.
I don't think I've ever drank a Decoy wine that was actually good.
It was
Not gonna
a.
lie.
It was a 2021 Sauvignon Blanc.
2021 Sauvignon Blanc is just
Sauvignon Blanc.
And like you always have to sound like you're drunk when saying that.
If you want a good red wine, you go with a Chianti from Da Vinci.
Or you just
That's a
drink
good
my
wine.
crap.
Apotec makes a good wine.
Apotec makes a good wine too, but like the Da Vinci Chianti is a very good wine.
I only know of one type of wine, and it's called Box.
Yeah.
You mean BACH?
No, Box.
Oh,
Box wine.
BOX.
So,
Okay.
so who makes box?
Who makes
I don't
Box?
know, but you get it, and there's a box, and
Okay. It's
you
box.
you take a straw and you shove it as far in as you can, and you got wine.
Wait, no.
Oh.
Every box that I've had has had a spigot.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too.
Yeah, but if you do the spigot, then you have to put it into something.
No, you
No,
just put
you
your
use
mouth
the
right
spigot
on it.
and then
true.
you just keep squeezing until it's all out.
I
But
feel
then you
like
gotta
if
rely
you-
on gravity.
If you were to limit the spigot, then you'd have a juice box.
No, like okay, so if you use the spigot, then you're relying on gravity, and I don't want to deal with that like law of gravity crap because like that guy's gonna show up.
we've already said that the man who's in charge of gravity will come by.
No, the worst drunk I've ever had was
He's just looking through the window. He's like doing the 2-eye thing. He's like, yeah.
the worst drunk I've ever had was doing a drinking game with boxed wine, watching Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Alvin and the Chipmunks.
It's amazing.
That sounds like a good night, actually.
It is a good night.
Yeah, everyone else gave up on that drinking game, but I kept playing.
Because you, John, you already won.
No.
John, we're not even playing.
Rules are rules.
We haven't been playing for 4 hours.
John, everybody left. It's just you.
John, please, it's been 4 days.
There's still stuff in this box. Ring it out. Anyway,
You
Box
cut
wine
it
is
open.
good.
I mean, to be honest, if you're cracking open the box of boxed wine, like
Tour de
you're
Franzia.
like your breast, your breast, you are.
I swear now.
Yeah, I know how it is.
I think we need to go
Yeah, just-
Michael's word.
Yeah, we'll do it. So thank you all for hanging out here
Yes.
for this. So we'll be back in a couple weeks. Michael, what is your word?
Gilligan's Roundabout.